Take that hat off.
You don't like my hat? I want to show our viewers my latest exciting crochet. Obviously this is a hat for a baby or a toddler, but I just learned about Tunisian crochet, and it basically it's crochet that looks like knitting. Can you even see that? It looks too bright to me. Hi, I'm Lillian.
And I'm Felipe.
And this is the Postmodern Family.
Thanks for watching. We are Americans living in the UK, trying to live a traditional life in a very postmodern world.
If you're interested in those topics, hit that subscribe button now. We make 3 new videos a week.
So, one of the recent things in our family that has introduced another level of stress and activity to us is I now finished my first term as a part-time seminary student. Firstly, to become a lay reader in the church, and then potentially a presbyter or an ordained minister. So in that first term, I took 3 courses. One was church history. One was studying New Testament studies, or New and Old Testament studies, so basically studying the Bible and what the original authors meant. And then the last course was on mission. So
what does that mean?
It's part of what the course is about, is what does it mean.
Okay.
So the arrangement is I have to be on campus 1 day a week, and that means I had to squeeze all my full-time work week into 4 days rather than 5 days. So that meant a longer set of 4 days and a really long single day to campus. So I had to do reading and studies and write a term paper, and so it's, you know, I haven't been in school for...
Guess when he started that?
9 years. So.
It was like 3 weeks before we had our baby, our second. So we started that, and then we had a newborn, and it was just crazy. And then Christmas time happened. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very busy.
Yeah, it was. And then when I started, it coincided with me getting a really, really critical project, and it's just a lot of things happened at the same time that escalated the situation at home. So anyway, the first semester is in the books now, and my paper hasn't been graded yet. Apparently in the British system of academics, I don't know if this is true across all universities, but apparently your papers aren't graded till like a year later, or maybe just before you graduate.
It's strange. Usually you get them back within latest, I don't know,
by the end of term you'll get it back.
Yeah.
You never get anything after the term is over.
Yeah.
In the US.
In the US. So
so that being the case, so now I'm starting my new term. And it's part 2 of those same level classes with different specializations. But what I didn't get around to doing was I bought a lot of books used for the class, but
we spent like 200 pounds, right?
No, it was like 100 pounds. I think it was around 100 pounds, and there happens to be a big library by us.
We had to go to this library. Libraries are boring. But I did get to see all these young people. That was fun. I like to people watch. And it reminded me of my college days. Felipe always says so disdainfully when I talk about college. But it was a fun time.
Not college, university.
It's university for you guys, but Americans call it college.
Don't talk like that.
So I saw a lot of Asians there, a lot of Chinese and Koreans, and that was really fun.
Yeah, when you go to university, you see the utopia that you want to exist everywhere.
Why is that?
You have to show this picture in the video that I took in the stairwell inside the library.
What does that
This was
mean?
one amongst many images.
So this is their theme, I noticed.
Another one said, does a good neighbor live the same lifestyle as you do? I think it's like a good neighbor series or something.
I think it was, yeah, the theme is basically how you
What is a good neighbor?
It's trying to teach you how to behave. It's trying to say, hey, let me think of if I was, you know, a good neighbor, would I do this to my friend? Or,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And then they also had their left agenda propaganda about
can't talk politics, so rude, OMG.
Saving the world by, you know, not, I don't know, the energy spending.
We're talking to British people here. You can't talk to politics, okay?
I can't talk about the Do I need to cut this out?
No.
Oh.
No.
Are you being serious? Sorry,
No.
we never offend on our channel.
No.
We are not offensive at all. So then you went to study in it today. What was your experience?
Well, the usual, you know, it's I went in there with a specific purpose. I carried that out. I didn't watch people very much, so I don't know. I didn't have much to comment.
You were just busy doing your own thing.
I was busy doing my own thing.
He didn't have me there, people watching.
Mm.
Oh, I had to breastfeed while I was waiting for you to get registered, and the kids coming in and out were just like gaping at me. They were like never seen anyone breastfeeding in their life. Which could be very true. They're what, 18, 19, 20? But I couldn't help but think.
Or maybe, hold on. So let's ask our commentators. Breastfeeding in public, acceptable or not? Leave your comments.
I'm discreet. Am I discreet?
No.
Oh. Well, anyway. Baby's gotta feed.
Yeah, but you can be discreet about it.
I am discreet.
Puns.
But I also think that these young people need to be exposed to breastfeeding in public so they're not, you know, taken it by surprise all of a sudden. It's like sometimes I think young people, they don't have an idea of what it looks like to have their own family, ever. Like have their own children, have their families. So that when they actually come to the point in their life when they're going to have kids, they're completely unaware.
I think it's more like they don't know what it is to see a breast outside of a sexualized context. You have one of the most sexualized generations. Every subsequent generation is more sexualized than the previous, with the way the media bombards our eyes.
Isn't the new agenda to say that breasts aren't sexual and that, you know, that they're just... Isn't the Free the Nipple project all about that women should be allowed to expose their breasts because it's a non-sexual item?
The fact that there are people thinking that they need to teach the population that breasts aren't sexual means that the population thinks breasts are sexual.
Okay.
So.
But for a long, long time, I don't know. I just felt like breastfeeding was very normal in some era of our history, of human history. Breastfeeding is very, very normal.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe before the age of highly sexualized people, breasts were not necessarily...
And when was that?
I think before the advent of easy access to pornography. And and then breasts on magazines and TV shows and in a sexual context.
Anyway, this is definitely this falls into the miscellaneous category that you said.
Thanks for watching this video on our visit to the library, on me beginning seminary, and other miscellaneous things.
If you want to find out more about us, we have a Patreon page at patreon.com/thepostmodernfamily. Hit that subscribe button and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching!
Bye!
Bye!